guys. I've got 4 deer out in the field now. I assume it's the same 4 that were out earlier this evening. And I just want to give you a real quick tip here. Obviously I'm in like a box blind shooting house type stand, but if you're in any sort of a stand where you have the shooting rails out in front of you and on the side of you, I'm going to give you a tip here. Those deer are at 300 yards, and I am shooting my 6.5 Creedmoor, and I have got a 4 to 16 power Burris on there with the 6.5 Creedmoor reticle that is zeroed in at 100. It's got the bullet drops all the way down to 700, and I'm going to tell you, 300 yards is a long shot if you're only resting in front of you, because your back elbow is free and you're going to move a little bit. So at 300 yards, if I can rest my elbow on the side window and then the gun on the front window, I'm absolutely rock solid. Like I can put my crosshairs on those deer right now, and I've been practicing doing it. That's a really good thing to do, is to practice putting your gun on deer, practice holding still. And at 300 yards, if that was a good buck over there, I wouldn't even hesitate, because I am just dead steady on them, and there's no wind tonight. It is really calm out. You know, if you had a 10 or 20 mile an hour wind, that can change things a little bit, but when it's dead still like this, 300 yards is really a very doable shot if you have a good rest and you can get steady. And by putting your elbow up and the forearm of the gun, you'd be surprised how far you can shoot. I had my big camera on. I knew there was another deer coming out. That big doe was just locked in on point back in the woods. And then she turned and just bolted back into the woods. And sure enough, just a little spike came out. But you can tell, I think that big doe's got to be getting close to going into estrus, because she is really skittish around those bucks. She does not like him even being near them. The other 3 does, they don't even care. They're just head down feeding. Yeah, he's chasing them a little bit. That's the big doe that came back out, actually. She might be in heat. He's really lip curling her and chasing her around a little bit. The other 3 he's not paying any attention to, but that big doe, he's giving her the lip curl and running at her. So that's pretty dang awesome. Oh, where did he go now? Yeah, she's got that tail out and she's walking back in the woods. She doesn't want nothing to do with him. Oh geez, somebody just shot one right across the road from me. That was pretty loud. So sorry for the wind noise. I'm sure it's blowing in the microphone, but you can see that plot screen running along the road. It's nice and thick over there still. It's gotten pretty thin down in this area where the cars can see right into the field. And that's the area that was wet and we had trouble. It did come up and get pretty nice, but like I said, we've had some heavy frost, lots of heavy winds. You can see the leaves laying all over the field, but yeah, this is what it's still looking like. Still standing, still doing a decent job, but definitely starting to get pretty beat up at this time of year. kind of a slow morning. Just saw that one doe on my land, and it's chilly. It's not crazy cold. I think right now the wind chill is sitting at 10 degrees, and that is one thing about hunting these fields. If you get a 10, 15 mile an hour wind, it can really bite into you. Versus, I grew up hunting all public land in the woods, and you can kind of tuck away and hide back in there. So that is the one biggest bonus of having private land, though, is having these box blinds and having the little Mr. Buddy heater. Those things are fantastic. They're quiet. I have my windows open, but I have my back window closed where the wind is kind of blowing from, but I have my other two windows open, and it is nice to stay warm and deer hunt, even on a slow morning. At least I can just sit here and drink my coffee, and life's pretty good. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep this short and quick. It's about 4 o'clock. We had my youngest son's birthday party today, so we barely made it in the tree before the deer hit the field. Right now, we've already got 3 on the field across from us, and I got my son with me tonight. He's got a tag where he can shoot either a buck or a doe, and I've got a tag where it has to be a buck. It is Saturday the 12th, evening hunt, obviously. I have hunted this stand, or this field, I should say. 3 different stands, but I've hunted this field. This will be the 5th evening. Sorry. And I have seen deer every single night. I have passed up now on, I think, 4 different bucks. But, like I said, I got my 12-year-old with me, and I don't think we're going to be too picky tonight. If we see a buck, we're probably going to shoot it. And if we get a nice close shot at a doe, we're probably going to take it. The corner down past me here, I think in the last 3 evenings, I've seen 9 or 10 deer come out of that corner. And when they do that, they walk right past this blind. So if that happens, I'm really hoping my son will get a nice close shot at one. Whether it's a buck or a doe, it doesn't really matter. We're just hoping to get one in close here. He's got a hockey game next week, and hockey all week here, so I don't have a lot of days left to hunt. And we would like to take a deer off this field for sure. We had snow cover right now, so the field hunting, honestly, I would say the days are numbered. We get another 2-3 inches of snow, and the deer are going to quit using this field. So the fact that they're still using it right now is a good thing. I don't expect to see as many deer as what I saw Monday. I saw over 20 deer out here. Had one small buck come out right before dark, and just had an amazing night. But with the snow cover, the deer are going to start moving back into the swamps and back into the deeper woods where they got browse. So, like I said, we're not going to be too picky. Hopefully those does out there are going to give us a nice decoy and maybe pull a buck out. So, I'm going to be quiet. We're going to see what happens tonight. Nice shot, Dennis. Nice shot. Check the shell. Check the shell. Go down. Yep, there she goes. Down. Nice shot, buddy. Got her. That's a big doe, buddy. It's a really big doe. Yeah, nice shot. Right on the shoulder. However you want to hit it. That's a huge doe. It's going to be really fun to get a weight on her. Like I said earlier, we were coming out tonight with the intention of shooting a deer. Dennis really wanted to hold tight for a big buck, but yeah, this big doe was too much to pass up on, and she gave us about a 35-yard shot. I still don't know what happened. He pulled the trigger and the gun clicked, and we racked it, the bolt, and there was a shell came out. So I don't know if the shell just popped out, if you didn't have the bolt all the way shut. I have no idea what happened, but either way, we got it done. The doe turned, she came at us and looked right at us, but he made a perfect shot, hit her right on the edge of that shoulder. And surprisingly, she probably ran 150 yards, but she's down. What do you think about that, Dennis?
Hi.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome shot. Pretty exciting hunt. She came out just over 200 yards away from us, and we did a really good job. Let her walk right in, and honestly, like, this is just a deep-chested, just a massive doe. So this is going to be fun. I got a brand new digital scale that I just bought, so we'll get her gutted out, we'll get her brought home, and we're gonna weigh this one.